I'm gonna make a rambling video on YouTube. Surf YouTube with me. Maybe I'll make this into a series if people like it. But who knows? I spend a lot of time on YouTube. Um, I don't even pay for cable anymore, to be honest with you. I don't know who would when you have everything online. Although I'm not into football, so I have no plans of watching the Super Bowl tomorrow. Um, I don't know. How about I start with my subscriptions and I'll just recommend some stuff to you? By the way, while I'm on this page, I didn't watch this movie, Serenity. I heard it's horrible because of the twist and everything, but I kind of like the way it was shot and the thriller aspect. I'm really into thriller movies. I always like a good twist in a movie or a movie that makes you think, which it appeared to do, but it's got bad reviews. I didn't want to go and see it because it uses the F word a million times and Jesus' name in vain, and there's a bunch of sex scenes, and I don't know. I don't want to see Matthew McConaughey's naked body over and over again. But the reviews have been bad, but it looked good. So anyway, so instead of paying to go see the movie, I just look at clips on YouTube and watch reviews and people that spoil it do the spoiler reviews on YouTube. This is just going to be a rambling video, so buckle up if you're. I have no plans, and I'm kind of sick, so you're gonna have to listen to my. I kind of have a little bit. I'm coming off of a cold. It's been just persistent cold, so I'm coming off of it. Let's see what's in my subscriptions and some subscriptions that maybe I could recommend to you guys. What do I do? Manage. Okay. Christian meditation, all time conspiracies. Recently subscribed there. Audio library. I just subscribed there in case I ever need some backup audio in videos. I think that's the legit one for YouTube. I'm really into working on my cars, so there's some of that in my subscriptions. Sometimes I get into the rabbit hole. I get sucked into the rabbit hole of watching those nature videos, like lions, wild dogs, hyenas, and all that stuff. Benjamin Thomas, I don't know what that is, to be honest. Like I said, I'm into magic. If you watch my channel, you can see I'm obviously into some magic, old school magic, collector's cash. This is just kind of an interesting channel. Some of these, Chris Fix, he's a popular, like, car mechanic repair, um, cop block. No, I don't think there's a lot of good police officers out there, but I do think it's good that there's also some transparency as well. You remember that when that nurse got arrested for following the rules and not taking blood from an unconscious patient? Conflict Radio, I think they do kind of like supernatural, like kind of like disappearances, supernatural. They're kind of like coast to coast for any of those of you out there that listen to coast radio, which I think I'm subscribed to as well. Man, if I click anywhere, this thing's going crazy. I'm just trying to scroll. Criminally Listed. This is a good channel for if you like podcasts, true crime podcasts and stuff like that. You'll like that. I used to be really into investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Daily Dose of Internet. That's a good channel. Just for, pretty much is what it is. He makes a video of short clips that are making the rounds on the internet. Doug DeMuro does car reviews. DreamCloud, some guy talks about, I don't get into all his stuff, but he kind of does give some good tips on uploading to YouTube and using social media for whatever you need it for and all that. I've learned a few things there. DW Documentary. I don't remember what that is. Eric the Car Guy, that's another car channel. E-Waste, I don't know, I was getting into recycling and all that. Just kind of interesting videos, I guess. Fail Army, everybody knows about that. Focus on the Family is another Christian channel I'm subscribed to. Various things. Exclusively Games is supposed to be, let's check it out. It's supposed to be, for those of you that are into Magic the Gathering, you probably have heard of Jeremy Hambley. He runs Unsleeved Media, that channel. and now he also runs the Quartering, which is like a games and politics channel. I don't agree with, I don't know, 50% of the time I don't even agree with what he's saying, but seems to be saying, what he actually means, which is, he's not towing a party line, or, he thinks for himself and gives you his own opinion. So I respect that at least. I'm not really into a lot of these other games. Like, some people are crazy on Twitch and all this stuff. They make it a living. I can't get into that. Fail Army, everybody's heard of that. Future HD, kind of interesting. Looking at new gadgets and gizmos and new technology. The Gaming Historian, he makes really good videos. I don't know. I just kind of have an interest for vintage stuff. I remember playing these Super Mario Land series. Um, I'm getting so sick of some of these ads. I'll tell you what, some of these ads drive me crazy. I have to hit the mute button. But he makes really good videos, really high production quality. Let's pause it there. I actually used to play these games when I was a kid. They were a lot of fun. I remember when I had a Game Boy and we'd go on family road trips, and yeah, I liked them better than the Mario game for the NES and the Super NES, just because Mario, you could control him. He didn't slide. Whenever you hit the arrows, um, on the arrow pad, he wouldn't continue sliding. He would stop, and I just like these a lot more. Kind of miss the old. It's amazing how far technology and gaming's come since when I was growing up in the '90s. Yeah, but he's got. This is a really good channel if you're into that sort of thing. If you're into vintage gaming. Oops, man. Anytime I'm working on I'm on a touch screen, so that's why every time I start scrolling, sometimes it clicks on something. Like I said, this is just me rambling, so something to break up the magic. I make a lot of magic in basketball, and I don't know, do something else. Uh, some of my own subscribers are on here. Well, not recently, but I discovered ASMR. I've always had trouble sleeping. I need to do a sleep study somewhere. Um, to see if I have, like, some sort of underlying medical issue, but ever since I was a kid, I've had trouble sleeping, and sometimes, ASMR, listening to somebody whispering, or nature videos, like in ambient nature sound, are helpful, in falling asleep. More gaming, horror stories, that's a good channel. Like I said, if you're into true crime or anything like that, it's a pretty good channel. I don't know, feel free to check any of these out. These are who I subscribe to, and I only subscribe to people if I wanna I never get the updates or anything like that. You can see on the right there, I don't have the bell icon. Hopefully my mouse is showing up as I'm recording, but I don't have the bell clicked for any of these. I don't wanna be notified. I just go to my subscriptions tab under there, click on subscriptions, and I always go there and check for myself, and if somebody's uploading, like, spam, way too much spam, then I unsubscribe from them, or, I don't know. I don't stay subscribed to them. If I uh, kinda get tired of that type of content, maybe it was just a fad and I quit watching. Inventions, technology, Journeyman Pictures has some pretty interesting videos. I'm into documentaries. I like watching documentaries. This lady, Kirsten Dirksen, I don't know if you've heard about small, like, people building these tiny homes, the tiny home movement or whatever. She makes really good videos. They're really peaceful too. Uh, really well, high quality editing on her videos. Um, Basically, all these people are better at making content than me, but I don't know why. I'm not even good at, like, YouTube or magic. I just enjoy it. I don't know why. I could never see myself going back to, you know, paying for cable or something. Um, I also don't pay for Netflix. A lot of that stuff I don't even get into all those Netflix, Game of Thrones, all that stuff. A lot of it's garbage anyway. Uh, Personal opinion. But yeah, so just different constructions. You can see this stuff's interesting. Something You could binge. You could definitely YouTube binge this stuff. Let's go back. Kitco News. So I'm into gold and investing and that type of stuff. And um, Mind's Eye Design. They kind of do like compilations of whatever. We can check it out if you want. Boop, boop. Yeah, all sorts of different stuff. 5, 10, 15, whatever. Uh, Invention ideas, all that stuff. Pretty interesting stuff. This is a great thing. Like, you could never find a channel like this on TV. So, um, probably why YouTube is the second most, I think behind Google.com, YouTube's the second most popular domain on the internet. See some more MTG stuff, MTG channels. This guy's pretty interesting looking back at pop culture films and stuff. And he does a review of them. And then he's got this series where he does 10 things you never knew about something. For example, Crawl or Tron or Legend. That's my favorite movie. I remember watching that as a kid. It made such a big impact. I'll probably make a separate video of it sometime eventually, but I remember Tim Curry's portrayal of darkness and the makeup by Rob Bottin on him. So scary as a kid. But the movie was kind of a miss in theaters because it had this kind of a fairy tale story that's geared towards children, but the look and feel of the movie is more for adults, and so it kind of just it didn't hit a market with children, and it didn't hit a market with adults, and so it kind of didn't catch on or anything like that. And the movie has some problems as well, if you know any of the history there. But yeah, these are fun to look back through. He's got pretty good channel here. A lot of fun to watch those. Definitely some throwback. Fandango movie clips, mtgworld.com, MTG Lion. I don't agree with everything he says, but some of these guys I'll subscribe to just because I like to stay in the know. Like, sometimes they dump too much on Wizards of the Coast. Like, I'm sure, what's his name? The guy at Wizards of the Coast, Mark Rosewater, like, I'm sure it's not his decision to cheapen the card stock of the cards. Like, he's just a designer, like a lead designer or whatever. So I'm sure they want to make the best products possible. It's probably executives at Hasbro that are responsible for a lot of the problems that Wizards of the Coast has. But overall, I still like the game and where it's going. I think they have to go in the direction of digital with MTG Arena and all that. So I think that's a positive. But it's just changing. So a lot of the people that played it in the 90s, they get all riled up because things are changing and become more politically correct and all that stuff. But, if you're Hasbro, if you're looking at it purely with a financial lens, then you kind of have to go take the game in that direction. And no hard feelings for me. I like, you can always play the old stuff, kind of like I do. Mystery Science Theater 3000, like I said, I grew up in the 90s. These are so funny. Like, if I'm doing something around the house, I'll have one of these running in the background if I'm not listening to a podcast or something, or listening to music. I don't listen to too much music. NES Complex, yeah. Any vintage games, I'm kind of into that. Oliver Stream's Noxious, some more Magic: The Gathering, Port of Los Angeles, Relax Daily, inspiring stuff, relaxing sounds, Resonant Arc. I don't know what Resonant Arc is. Let's check it out. But I'm subscribed. Some Final Fantasy. Yeah, I used to love Final Fantasy X when I was a teenager. It was like my favorite game. One of my favorite games. I liked Mario Kart too. Everybody likes Mario Kart. Retail archaeology. These are neat because malls, Amazon's killing all the malls in the United States and around the world probably. But it's just interesting. He'll go to dead malls and record and all these dead malls. So if you're into that, it's kind of interesting. If you're in the mood for it, there's that channel. Hope people aren't getting bored by this. I don't know. It's kinda interesting if you review other people's channels and you discover content that you didn't know was there before. If you're into MTG, you probably know what Ristic Studies is. They make these super high quality videos about Magic the Gathering, like the Black Lotus or Haste, or a history of the frames, card frames in Magic the Gathering. Go back. Savage Brick Sports. I think this is just basketball updates, like basketball clips. Yeah. Best of all times, compilations, stuff like that. I've been watching a lot of gym fails. I'm trying to get into shape, so I've been going to gym a lot, but I'm not like one of these crazy people. Been watching gym fail videos. Those are fun. What is screen share? I must have subscribed because he must have had some sort of car or cigars. I quit smoking cigars just because they're not healthy. I'm trying to get back into shape. Bible reading, SF Magic Collector, Show and Tell, ASMR, Strange Mysteries. Let's see what this is. Just random interesting stuff. Very interesting, in my opinion. If you're in the mood for it, Bolter Hole. I think they do Warhammer. I'm not into it, but it's interesting. The Misprint guy, he's pretty interesting if you're into Magic the Gathering stuff. Of course, I'm subscribed to Tolarian. Pretty interesting. It is what it says it is. But I think if I was this guy, I think I would get bored of just always talking about misprints. Like, you would want to talk about something else. Unsleeved Media. He's at least interesting. You can say that at least about him. And he's not afraid. I mean, he's banned for life from Magic the Gathering for what he said about. I think I don't know, said not him. I don't even remember what happened. Something about Christina Sprinkle, who's like a cosplayer, and I don't know. Vintage MTG. Yeah, so those are all my subscriptions. Hopefully, if you're not aware of something in there, something piques your interest, maybe you found a new channel that you like, I better stop this video. It's getting too long, but yeah, those are my YouTube subscriptions. Hopefully you liked this video. Hopefully you found something interesting in there that you don't already follow, that you might want to follow or subscribe to in the future.